G'day, it's Ryan the Lion, and here for a yarn with Gayan Perera. You might hear a little bit of whirring because we're sitting in the cockpit of his plane.
It's the gyro going crazy.
And we have just landed after a bit of a flight over the Hauraki Gulf.
Hauraki traffic, Romeo Juliet Delta, 4 miles northwest Kawa Bay, 1300, tracking southern edge Waiheke Island.
It's great to be seeing you in person after lockdown, and this is your first yarn by yourself. You did one with Ryan during lockdown, and this is your first in-person yarn.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so we'll let you reintroduce yourself with a bit of an update from last time.
Yep, okay. My name's Gayan Perera, so I've got 2 young kids. One's nearly 4, the other one is just over 2. Married. I enjoy flying, as you can see. Enjoy spending time with family and friends. I'm also the CTO of Magnetism Solutions. We specialize in Microsoft Dynamics and the Microsoft wider technologies.
Excellent. And I'll take my glasses off so I'm not being rude to anybody. I bought those aviators at the garage on the way out. You know, they're not quite the Tom Cruise Maverick grade, but they certainly played the piece, so it was pretty cool fun. But in terms of, before we get into the work personal stuff, so 2 wee ones, seen a couple of photos of them, but they're what, 2, 3?
One's nearly 4. He'll be 4 in October, and the other one is 2 and a bit.
2 and a bit.
So it keeps us busy.
Yeah, so pilot, father, husband, CTO, and leader. So in terms of what impact are you making, there's a couple of bits of your story that I really enjoy. And if you're happy to share about the ZFI, because I think that's huge impact for the IT industry. So over to you.
Yeah, so quite a lot to unpack there, but basically the major impact that we want to make is to grow companies and grow people. So we want to help our clients be successful. That's our mission. And one of the things that we realized early on when we started the company, a friend and I started it because we didn't want to work for other people, and that was all about us, and it never seemed to come right. You know, we struggled for a very long time, and then one of the directors at the time said, hey, why don't you guys focus on zero failed implementations, because that looks like the Achilles heel of the IT industry, so if you can fix that, then you might be successful. And sure enough, the minute we focused on that, wow, the company started taking off. And so, you know, we do everything in our power to make things go as smoothly as possible, but we've learnt from our mistakes. Like, we eat our mistakes a lot. Project probably 2 years ago, I think we went 200 man days over. If you equate that out to $100 an hour, that's about $200,000. But in the grand scheme of things, it evens out, because I think when you focus on the right thing for doing good for someone else, it just comes back to you. So we don't have salespeople. All the projects come to us because we do good work. Someone said good things about us, and we go from there. So
as a salesperson, I'm feeling awfully redundant. But that's one of the hats I've worn over the years. But it speaks to, there's a lot, as you say, a lot of things to unpack. But I used to have some major arguments with my managers who were ex-technical, now sales, and I was purely sales. And I think I've said it a number of times, but I had one special meeting with a CIO who was a friend, built up a relationship through my work at the CIO Summit before I worked in sales. And he said, Ryan, I'm happy to give you any time after work for a beer, but if you meet me for an hour during work for work, you've got to answer these questions, simple things. Will Google Apps authenticate to Active Directory? And I said, what's Active Directory? Laughed, and he said, no, that's Active Directory. That's the Microsoft system that will authenticate to. So we have Active Directory all set up because we're a Microsoft shop, like 80% in New Zealand, because that's what it's always been. So Google, probably like most other things, will authenticate to the existing, and we can just set up all the profiles. I was like, oh, that sounds good. Back to the office to find out, and got told nothing. I got told I didn't need to know that stuff, which was the argument.
Yeah.
And ended up sitting up all night doing my research and finding out, so that when I went back, because he also said, don't just get the answer to that question, get the answer to the next question. And there's a challenge. Work out what my next question will be after that. So I had to work it all out. So yeah, the Achilles heel is the most beautiful way of putting it. So you have something like over 1,500 deployments, which is the large implementations and the small increments and together. And as far as your clients know, there's 0 failures.
Well, we've had failures, right?
Oh yeah, but you fix them, though, is what I mean. Yeah.
So
that's why, that was a caveat. As far as your clients know,
yeah.
you might know, but they don't know. So
well, yeah. I mean, I think the IT industry is quite young, so there's still things to be learnt by the industry to make things go well.
The third question, your AFQY-xperience. So you've been a sponsor, you're an annual, now a new name for you because you are an annual sponsor every second event, which is magic. And thank you for your support, because we wouldn't have been passing lockdown without yourself doing that. And you've been to online only. Jamie has been to one in-person one prior, so she's the experienced campaigner. But July 30th is going to be epic, because we're letting everybody loose after lockdown at the EMA as part of Tech Week. So it's going to be great to have you as part of that.
That'll be good.
Yeah. So you've got your networking, version 6.2 upgrade on.
Oh no, I see the reason I haven't been to one of these networking events is I just don't like them, because they come across as, you hand out a business cards, you sell your wares. And I just don't like that. So Jamie told me to do it a long time ago, but I said, no, I don't want to do that, because that's not how I operate. I'd rather have a one-on-one conversation like this. And I'm not good in groups, so it's very awkward for me to go up and talk to someone. So I think during lockdown it was perfect, because you're sitting in front of a computer, you're really just talking to one person. You're talking to one person, and I didn't even know how it came about. And I think, you and I just talked, and we stuck around after the coffee chat, I think, and we got talking. And as we got talking, we found some good connections, and we've kind of become friends. And I like that aspect. I don't want to just be I'll go there just to make a sale. That's not cool.
So what you talked about are all of the reasons why tech people, as in your clients, the CIOs and program managers and project managers and all those sorts of people, why they typically don't go to an event. So AFQY has a no selling rule, and it has a no flicking your cards out rule. So if anyone does that, me, you, any sponsor, any guest, they get red carded and kicked down in front of everybody, and it's happened twice.
Oh wow.
Yeah. The last one, what's your favourite piece of tech? And I got a feeling we might be sitting in it.
Nah, not really. I think I think what Elon Musk is doing with the Starlink satellites to provide internet, that's quite cool.
What is he doing? Because he's always doing something else, and I heard something about this, and it reminded me of when Google were going to put the balloons up or something. Is it sort of like ubiquitous Wi-Fi or something for everyone?
Yeah, I mean, the plan is for him to launch all these satellites and then provide global internet coverage all around the world and as a communications platform. So that's quite cool. But I still think our brain is super powerful. People come up with all sorts of ways to tie things together, so there's still untapped potential, I think. So I still wonder about the vastness of everything that we live in. So
right. Well, we, instead of saying ka kite anō to sign off, put a Maverick and I'll be Goose co-pilot. Let's buzz the tower. We'll just say goodbye.
See you later.
See you.